morning. It's Sunday, 11th of September 2016. This is Sylvia Shivamurthy and you're listening to the newspaper reviews on www.athavan.com. Let's now look at the paper highlights from today's newspapers. The top highlight in Sunday Times says, Move to draw more foreign investment. In a major move to draw foreign investment, the government is to withdraw the 300% tax on foreigners leasing land in Sri Lanka and consider offering permanent residency to foreigners married to Sri Lankans. For this purpose, the government will move amendments to Land Act, Lands Ministry Secretary IHK Mahanama told the Sunday Times. He said the move was to encourage foreigners to invest more in Sri Lanka. The amendment to withdraw the land lease tax for foreigners will come into retrospective effect from January 1st this year, according to the bill which has been gazetted this week. The highlight in the middle says, UNP pledges to resist foreign interference. At its 70th annual convention yesterday, the ruling United National Party passed several resolutions including a pledge not to allow any foreign force to threaten the country's independence or undermine, ridicule or exert pressure on the people's sovereignty. Prime Minister and party leader Ranil Wickremesinghe submitted the resolution titled Our Ideology to the large number of UNP members who gathered at the Campbell Park, and it was endorsed anonymously. And the highlight at the bottom says, Sri Lankan pilots reach deal on alcohol test. Sri Lankan Airlines and the Airline Pilots Guild of Sri Lanka have agreed that breathalyzer test on pilots will no longer be carried out by security officers but by trained medical staff of the company. The test will be conducted in the airline's flight control center at the airport with a ground safety manager as witness. If a pilot's blood alcohol level is then found to be above the legal alcohol limit, he or she would then be escorted to a designated private hospital by security personnel. There is also provision for the pilot to visit another approved hospital for a third breathalyzer test to verify the results of the previous examinations. Let's now move to the paper highlights in Sunday Observer. The main highlight says, UNP 70th Convention, comprehensive political reforms on the cards. Another highlight says, President to attend NAM Summit and UN Assembly. President Maithripala Sirisena will visit Venezuela ahead of his trip to New York to take part in the 71st United Nations General Assembly. The highlight in the middle says, 2 committees to finalize budget proposals. 2 top-level committees have been appointed by the National Unity Government to finalize the budget proposals. Minister of Finance Ravi Karunanayake said that a committee comprising himself, the Prime Minister and Dr. Sarath Amunugama has been appointed to discuss and finalize the budget proposals. And the highlight at the bottom says, SLAF copters fight Knuckles fire. SLAF copters flew 12 sorties to drop water in an effort to douse a forest fire in the Knuckles mountain range yesterday, Air Force sources said. Officials told the Sunday Observer that while the fire had not yet been completely put out, they had succeeded in blocking the spread toward nearby communities. Let's now move to the paper highlights in Ceylon today. The top highlight says, Ekneligoda disappearance case. 8 Army intelligence officers to be charged with murder. Another highlight says, Road to Nandi Kadal. Major General Kamal Gunaratne, who led the 53rd Division of the Army in the final battle against the LTTE at Nandi Kadal, says the true story of Prabhakaran's death is revealed in his book. The highlight in the middle says, Don't dictate terms to us. Northern Province Chief Minister C.V. Vigneshwaran in an interview at his residence in Jaffna recently said he would be happy if the entire Sinhala police force from the south take up duty in the north instead of the army. Another highlight says, Bharata Lakshman murder case reviewed. And the highlight at the bottom says, Government in hurry to ratify Paris Agreement. That's all for today's newspaper highlights, and we'll get back to you with more news tomorrow. Thank you.